Okay, what I'm going to go over in this section of notes is algebraic expressions, and this is the topic for Wednesday, so it will be June 3rd that this will coincide with, okay? So we just have a few examples to go over where we will evaluate and simplify algebraic expressions, and we will use inequality symbols. So first we need to talk about the difference between an expression and an equation. So these guys that you see on the left here are expressions. Like this 5x plus 7, it's not very dark, so I'll write it there. This 3x plus 4y plus 7 is another expression. It's hard to even tell if that has a variable in it, but 8 plus 5, and then that's 4 times x plus 6 is also an expression. These guys on the right-hand side here are equations. They have got equal signs, so that makes them equations. So they took what was on the left and set it equal to 15, set it equal to 10. So these guys must have an x with them. It must have been 8x plus 5x because they're getting 13x there. And then here they set it equal to 20x minus 7, it looks like. So difference between expressions and equations is your equations are going to have equal signs. What we're going to be looking at today is expressions. So they will not have equal signs. We will be evaluating them. We will be given values for the variables, and we will evaluate them and get certain values for the expressions. So let me see if we can get this scooted over. It's kind of hard the way that it's currently situated for you guys to see everything. So when you're evaluating an expression, you will be given values for the variables. You will be provided values for the variables. Maybe there's just an x and they tell you what x equals, and maybe there's an x and a y and they tell you what x equals as well as what y equals, okay? So right here is our expression, the 6x plus 2, and here is our value. So 6x plus 2, we're going to evaluate it when x has a value of 2. So we're going to substitute 2 in for x. Substitute 2 for x. So 6 times 2 plus 2. Well, 6 times 2 is, of course, 12. 12 plus 2 would be 14. The second expression is here. The 5x squared plus 4y minus 2 is the expression. The x equals 3 and the y equals 4 are the values that we will need, okay? So 5x squared plus 4y minus 2. So I will substitute something in for x. I will substitute something in for y. So 5 times 3 squared plus 4 times 4. I'm getting these guys from the 3 for x and the 4 for y. 3 squared is 9, so you will have 5 times 9 plus 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 9, or 9 times 5, however you want to think about that, is 45 plus 16 minus 2. So 45 plus 16 should be 61. 61 minus 2 should put us at 59 on that one, okay? The next page here, you've got this expression. There we go. 5 plus 2b minus 3c squared minus 4. And we are going to use these values right here, okay? So I'm going to put a 7 in for b and a c in for, a 3 in for c. So a 7 for b. So 5 plus 2 times 7, and then I'm going to get my 3 in for c. So minus 3 times 3 squared minus 4. So the 7 for b and the 3 for c. So 5 plus 2 times 7 is 14, minus 3 times 3 squared is 9, minus 4. That'll be 5 plus 14 minus 27 minus 4. So did my multiplication there. 5 plus 14 is, of course, 19. 19 minus 27 should put you back, if I'm not mistaken on that one, at -8. So let me double check. 19 minus 27. You do want to work from left to right on these, okay? So 19 minus 27 is -8. -8 minus 4 is -12. Next one here, we've got a -5 going in for x, okay? So it's going to say -2 times -5 squared plus 4 times -5 minus 7. This is a good opportunity to remind you that when you square a negative, you're going to get a positive, because, of course, we know when we square something like -5 squared, it's -5 times -5. Well, when you do that in your calculator, be very, very careful, okay? -5 squared, your calculator is going to tell you that it's -25. But if you're careful and you put parentheses on it, because we are squaring the -5, it is positive. So this first rendition here is actually using order of operations, and it's squaring it first and getting 25 and then sticking the negative in front of it. Whereas this is taking the whole -5 and squaring it to get you the accurate answer of positive 25. So be careful on things like that. -5 squared is positive 25, plus 4 times -5 is a -20 minus 7. So then I'm going to work inside these parentheses. I'm going to do 25 plus -20, which of course is positive 5. And then you're going to subtract your 7 from that, okay? So this gives you -2, and you've got -2 times -2, which will be positive 4, okay? On the keep practicing sections that I have, if we were meeting in lecture, I would then let you work these on your own. So I will leave these for you to try and check your answers on the key. I will also probably go over a couple of these in our meeting tomorrow morning. If you guys join, or if you don't, I will be recording it, okay? So the blank notes are available to you, and that will have all of this that you can work through on your own. If you have any questions, please let me know.